So the best place to start is the beginning. So the next few slides, I'll be talking about how Cora started and the current state of Cora before I move on to how we've made Cora more intelligent and what we're doing to make Cora a truly digital assistant. Cora has been live to customers for just over 4 years. As you can see on this slide, Cora has grown exponentially, not only in the number of conversations, but containment and most importantly, customer satisfaction, which is based on feedback from customers via Cora. Cora started off initially on our main websites when we started to learn how customers would interact with it and how we could then improve. We started to introduce things such as entity catches and using slots, where we understand what the customer has said and remember it for later on in the conversation, so the customer doesn't have to repeat themselves. We also moved Cora into our online banking facility as another way of being able to help customers and start to recognize them being in online banking. So for example, rather than asking if the customer wants to do a certain process via the mobile app or online banking, we give the customer online banking instructions because we know they're already in that environment. So it's just making that a little bit more personal. Over time, we've integrated Cora into our mobile app, Bankline, as well as the iPad app. With these successes, we started to look how we can make Cora smarter and offer a more tailored experience for customers. Throughout 2020, in the midst of offering support for customers affected by COVID-19, we were also able to introduce transactional information such as balance and transactions on customers' accounts, as well as starting to automate journeys such as ISA reactivation. And these are things that I'll cover off later in the presentation. One of the challenges that presented itself over the years has been customers not knowing how to interact with Cora on the website, or they're not aware that Cora is there when they need help. From that, we created a visual element when a customer has been on a page for a short length of time to act as a prompt to ask if they need help. By introducing the simple yet effective prompt, we're able to help more than 10,000 more customers a week, as well as increase containment by 4%. And this fed into an increase in customer satisfaction as well. Now, before I carry on, we can't go any further without acknowledging the impact that COVID-19 has had on our customers. As many of you can imagine, this was a very worrying time for customers across the country. And we were in a fortunate position to help customers when they weren't able to get out as easily. We saw a significant increase in customer conversations during the height of the first lockdown, and this interaction was steady throughout the rest of the year. We were able to help a significant number of customers with payment holidays on the loans, overdrafts, mortgages, using Cora, and Cora has become the first point of contact for a lot of customers over the years. We're lucky we're in a position to pivot our teams to help support customers during the stressful time for customers. And because of that, we're recognized as best informational bot at the AI Breakthrough Awards for our response during COVID-19. We're also able to ensure more customers were helped end-to-end by Cora throughout this period. And Cora is the #1 chatbot in the UK across financial services for containment. So that gives an overview of how we start with Cora, what we've done to improve the customer service, and where we are at the minute. So now I'm going to explore a couple of initiatives where we're making Cora smarter and creating a more personalized customer experience. One of the things I mentioned in the previous slides was knowing if a customer was logged into online banking or not, and being able to skip past questions around if the customer wanted to do something via online banking or the mobile app. We knew that in online banking, so that information is what we gave them. We've taken that one step further by replacing the usual Cora welcome message with a more specialized welcome message, understanding where the customer is and being able to offer the most common questions customers ask on those pages in online banking. This has helped the customer journey and reduce customers abandoning chats to try and solve the queries elsewhere. We have done the same in the mobile app, but here we're able to use the customer name and in specific circumstances offer information such as balances and transactions as well as basic information we have on the customers, such as their address. We can use this as a call to prompt if required. For example, if a customer wants to see what address we hold from, they might be moving, so we can offer a call to action to change your address if required. All of this innovation on creating improved customer experience leads me on to Cora's future. I've discussed Cora the chatbot and how Cora got started, then how Cora got smarter. So now I want just to explore our goal of making Cora a digital assistant. With customers being able to see customer information, we want to start automating journeys wherever possible. We've started this with ISA reactivation. So on this slide, you see what the journey looks like. So a customer can view their ISA and they're actually prompted to reactivate it because it hasn't been used for whatever reason in this tax year. The customer then goes to Cora, explains to Cora that ISA needs reactivating, and as we outlined here, Cora performs certain checks before then completing it for the customer. So this is all very much an end-to-end process that's done within 5 minutes as opposed to around 5 working days, which happened before. So one of the things we've found with automating the process, more customers are using Cora for ISA reactivations with more customers contained and a significant increase in customers being satisfied with the journey. Wherever possible, we'll look at automating journeys to improve the customer experience. And I hope what I've covered today helps explain how you can use conversational AI to improve customer experience. We know from research that customers prefer a more personalized service, and that is what we're striving to do. Making Cora more personal, taking journeys we're able to automate and making it a better customer experience. And I'll open the floor for any questions. I think I've got quite a bit of time for Q&A than what was planned.